Welcome back. Happy New Year, second day of 2025. You're seeing the Sankofa bird. Sankofa's a word that comes to us from West Africa, Ghana, and it means go back and take that which is at risk of being left behind. And what is at risk of being left behind is our history. So when I was doing this research, the theme that came to me is names, like wondering who gave those names. So the names are so similar. What did the parents do in terms of wanting the names to be? And it made me think of my own name, with names, my Aretha Shalanda, and my uncle Orville Hume gave me my name. Now, my uncle Orville was amazing. When he was 8 or 9, he went to climb a mango tree for an elderly neighbor, and he fell out of the tree and became crippled. And that was way back then when Jamaica did not really have that advanced medical system. It was good for the time. And yeah, so he was amazing. He was an artist, making things, painting. He would cook these exquisite, what was exquisite for me, he would cook duck and he would cook chicken chop suey. I can remember a day of him doing that. He was also the glue in the family in terms of he would make sure we go, as a big family, go to picnics. And he was a Christian and he always talked to us about faith. So yeah, I love my Uncle Orville. He passed away when I was still young. And I think behind my name, Aretha Shalanda, Aretha, of course, Aretha Franklin, and Shalanda, I was told, was a dancer. So he wanted me to be great at something, and the things I try to be great at are the things I think he was great at, just being a positive presence in the world and trying to leave that kind of legacy of love. So before I have you sobbing over my sad life, let's go to the ancestors and see what they're doing, these people who ran away from upstate New York. So we're going to start with Moses, a strong name, Moses Jones of Dutchess County. Moses was a teenager, 16 years old. He was a mixed race child, small in stature, shy, slow in speech. $6 were offered for his return. Next, we have Palm of Dutchess County, 48 years old, 5 feet 4 inches, sounds like someone who speaks English as a second language, bold. And just like the preachers who preached about slavery being okay, he pretended to be a preacher as well. And $5 was offered for his return. Next, we have Peter of Dutchess County. Peter is 21 years old, speaks Dutch and English, medium height, well set. $8 for his return. Next up, Ben of Dutchess County, 25 years old, 6 feet 2 inches, yellow complexion, great talker, walks as if he lost his toes. $20 was offered for Ben. Next, we have Harry of Dutchess County, 30 years old, 5 feet 10 inches, stout, speaks very good English and Low Dutch. $10 offered for his return. Now we're up to the year 1786 and we have Peter, and he goes by the pet name Smart. Peter is 36 years old, 5 feet 6 inches, thin face, large eyes and full lips, speaks English. Peter was born in Guinea, and we're seeing a lot of people from that region in West Africa. He first lived in North Carolina, and he is believed to be trying to get back there or go down to New York City. $10 offered for his return. We're up to 1787, and it's Rob of Columbia County. $30 offered for his return. Here's the reason. He ran away 8 or 9 years prior, and he stayed away. They believed he was in Canada, but he returned to the area. So he ran away at 22, and he was about 30 or 31 when he came back to the area. And usually that is because they have a loved one that they're trying to see. Next, we have Seasor and Sam of Westchester County, $10 offered for both of our lovely men. You have Sam, 35, 5 feet 2 inches, thick set, broad shoulders, very crooked leg, talks a lot. Seasor, 26, speaks very little, 6 feet, well set, smooth face, very long feet. I thought these two were cute because they're like the opposites, and you don't think one is really tall, one is really short, one loves to talk, one doesn't, and somehow they're friends. I hope you guys stayed safe. Then we have Tom and Seasor of Ulster County, and you're seeing a lot of people going together. Tom is 22 years old, was 5 feet 6 inches, had crooked legs, very large feet, dark complexion, and this Seasor has yellowish skin and came from another enslaver. Next we have Tom and Dinah. Tom is 60, speaks Dutch and English. Yeah, they still wanted this old man to be in this slavery shit. Yeah. Next we have Dinah, about 30 or 40, light brown complexion, large, speaks Dutch and English. Then we have an unnamed female of Albany County, 21 years old, 5 feet, $5 offered for her return. Next we have Tom of Westchester County. Yes, always these names. 22, very light complexion. Next we have Harry and Peter of Albany County. Harry's 5 feet 5 inches, large scar on one of his feet between his big toe, second toe, speaks English and high and low Dutch. Peter's 26, 5 feet 5 inches, heavy set. We're up to the year 1788, and we have Tom and Harry of Albany County. $10 offered for both. You see that Tom is 19, short, thick. Harry's stout, active, 16-year-old, so they're both teens. And Harry had the good sense to take a gun, gunpowder, and bullets. Both spoke English and German, and they were going to go to Canada. Good for them. Then we have Prime of Orange County. Prime is 18, thick set, about 5 feet 4 inches, and is an apprentice. And an apprentice ran away with Prime as well, and that apprentice's name is Nathaniel Rockwell, 15 years old, small for his age, fair complexion. We're up to 1788 with Seasor of Ulster County. Seasor is 19 years old, 6 feet tall, speaks English well, and some Dutch. £5 or $5 for the reward. Tom of Albany County. This ad was placed by someone living in Cambridge. Apparently, Tom is originally from Albany County. Tom is between 36 to 40, dark skin, smooth face, 5 feet 8 inches or 9 inches tall, well built, lost one of his front teeth, speaks Dutch and English. Next, we have James of Ulster County. James is 5 feet 10 inches, 27 or 28, rugged, well built. This is how they describe us. Speaks English and Dutch and stutters when he speaks. We're up to 1789, and we have George of Dutchess County. $5 offered for his return. Ran away from a lawyer. Yeah, thieves of soul. George is 5 feet 8 inches with very white teeth. He has a damaged eye that looks red. And I, of course, worried, how did he get that? Someone might have hurt our George. And that was George. Next, we have Joe of Westchester County. And $5 offered for his return. Joe was 5 feet tall, yellow complexion, had smallpox, and had the marks to show. He speaks well, they said. He left with a reed or a walking stick. And in it, he had a sharp iron on the other end of it, that he could use as a weapon. So that's very Shank-like. It is believed that he will be heading to New England. Next, we have Sambo, and these are the names we're more accustomed to people giving enslaved people. Sambo of Ulster County, $5. He was born in Guinea, West Africa. Again, we're hearing that. And he was captured at West Windsor, but our favorite Sambo ran away again. And I'm sure he knew his own name and did not think himself to be Sambo. Then we have two unknown females, and they're both 25, so might have grown up together. The first one is 25 years old, 5 feet 6 inches, has a scar on her cheek, and I'm thinking those are tribal scarifications, and a considerably wide mouth. I don't know what that means. Then we have the other one. She's 25 years old, 5 feet 8 inches. They say she's attractive. Her face is very likable, no scars. So one appears to be born in Africa, one appears to be born here. 1789, we have Lou of Westchester County. Lou was 24 years old, about 5 feet 9 inches. He took both a mare and a colt when he left. I think one to ride on and one to make sure they couldn't chase him. I love Lou for that. Then we have Daniel and Adam of Ulster County. $14 is offered, and they took, Daniel is 36 years old, about 5 feet 9 inches, mixed race man or mulatto, stutters when he speaks, has a scar on one of his cheek, curly and bushy hair, ran away and remained safe for 15 years in Nova Scotia, was taken but was picked up in Brewery Lane, New York City, where his wife was. Finally, we have Adam, who's from Guinea, 40 years old, long scar on both cheeks, 5 feet 6 inches, reads English like a person who reads it in a second language. He took $30 hard cash with him and many articles of clothing, and he's believed to be sharing them with Daniel. So these men went away with lots of clothing. Thanks for listening.